What's up, y'all? So today I had a different video plan to go for today. I did a whole video yesterday talking about the new iPhone, and how they could be good and the camera updates and all this stuff. But then something happened. Not something happened. I saw something and it got me thinking. I was watching Omar Gonzalez's latest video, and I love his videos, love his work. Not This is no knock on anyone. I'm just saying his name because that's the video I saw. But I've seen plenty of other videos about the Hasselblad camera, and all these people who have a platform are getting this camera to talk about how great it is medium format camera that's more affordable and all this stuff. And it's like, we don't need new cameras. Like, you probably do not need a new camera. I don't need a new camera. I don't need a new Hasselblad camera, or even the Fujifilm like all-in-one medium format camera, or Sony's new all or updated all-in-one camera, or Ricoh GR4 that came out that's more expensive. Like, I've realized, and I've been thinking about this a lot, and this is coming from someone who has A7CR, A6700, XT5, A7 II, A6100. So I'm not. This is not bragging. This is just like, yes, I have gear. I'm not gonna sit here and say you don't need a good camera, but more than likely, the camera we already have, you and me, myself included, is more than enough, right? When I was thinking about this iPhone, and oh, here's a reason why I might upgrade. And it's like, you know what? My pictures that I take with my phone, and I take a lot of pictures with it, is more than enough. It's, when I was in Minnesota, I was taking pictures with my family members. Some I haven't seen in, again, 30 years. We're taking pictures with the front-facing camera on the phone, a selfie. And you know what? It doesn't matter what camera that was taken with, because I think someone said it here. Don said it in a comment that pictures that we take, or pictures that were taken, they connect us to the past, to the present, to the future. And the pictures we're taking with our phones or whatever cameras we have, we're just adding to that lineage. We're adding on to that timeline. And when I look back at older pictures of family members or people who I've never met, I never think like, oh, I wonder what camera that was taken. Was that the Kodak Brownie? Was it the a Pentax? Was it a Canon? Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, what matters is, like, you see the picture. And a lot of us, especially hobbyist photographers, like, we can get caught up in the comparison of, like, we're watching all these YouTube videos, we're looking at this gear, we're thinking, maybe I could use a medium format camera, maybe 100 megapixels. Yeah, I need that detail. And we talk ourselves into something we don't need. And I'll be honest with myself, the A7CR, great camera. I love this camera. It's one of my favorite cameras I've ever purchased, but I don't need it. Right? Like, the A6700, the XT5, they're more than enough. Like, the 61 megapixels, yeah, it's like there's more room to crop, and there's more room to recompose an image. And before people say, like, oh, you should get it right in camera, there are times when you need to recompose an image. So it's nice to have all of that extra resolution, but I'm not shooting at 61 megapixels for 99% of my shots, right? Like, I'm just walking around with Pixel, and we're, out and about, and I have that camera with me. I I put it down to the whatever the middle setting is. I can't remember off the top of my head. So it's not a very large file. Like, I don't need a massive file for a picture of a snail, right? Like, I just don't need that. Now, when we're in Hawaii or we're on vacation or someplace, absolutely, I'm using the full resolution of of that that camera. But even then, an A7C2, an A7C probably would have been perfectly fine. It's not a video camera for me. Like, it's a camera, like a photography camera. So, you know, I, I didn't need that camera. I don't need that camera. I have it, and I'm going to keep it. And again, for me, next 10 years, this camera is going to be with me, right? And I look at this, and I see this with the A7 II that I have. It's I think it's 10 years old now, or maybe even older, and it's still really good. Image stabilization, the images look amazing. The video, the videos, that's fine because but I don't shoot video with it. But it's just big and heavy, and the battery life wasn't great, and so that's I wanted something a little bit more modern. But if you're starting out and you're like, oh, I want to get into photography and I want to get a full frame camera, older cameras are perfectly fine. They're going to be cheaper. And the great part with Sony is all the lenses, which make the images look really good, would work on an older camera. And I'm just saying Sony because that's what I use, but like this idea that we're always getting marketed to, that we're always being told like, hey, you gotta level up your gear, your game. You know, these conglomerates are just that. Like when I was making this video about Apple, I'm like, I'm doing them a favor by talking positive about a camera I've never used, a phone I guess I've never used. And they've got me thinking like, oh, maybe I should upgrade my phone because like and for my phone, I use it primarily for video. I do take pictures with it, a ton of pictures, but it's a really great video camera. And it's still a great video camera. Like the 14 Pro, that's what I have. It's a great video camera. My Samsung S22 Ultra is still has really good lenses and a good sensor in it, and I have no interest in upgrading. And I use that phone literally just for a camera, and it's like I like playing with Android. Like it's just a fun side quest that I like doing every now and again. So, but my point is like the gear we have. I am almost guaranteed the gear you have is more than enough. Now, don't hear me saying, Kwame, you're saying I should never buy gear. I'm not saying that. If you want to buy something, you want to upgrade your camera to something else, you want to get a lens for something else, go ahead, go right ahead. But your camera gear purchase isn't going to make you a top tier photographer in your mind. You're not going to get more Instagram followers. You're not going to take like that picture you never could have taken. Like, and maybe, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not as life changing as we may think. That's I guess what I'm trying to get to. They're tools, and as much as I really like these tools, and they are gonna be with me for a very long time, and I carry my Ricoh GR3X literally everywhere I go. They're tools, and it's not about the tool doesn't make you better, right? A master craftsman, they can create with basic tools. Yes, the tools, nicer tools make it easier, 100%. But we need to learn our craft first, right? We really, and myself included. I feel like the great part with photography, and I, use the golf analogy all the time. You can always get better, and the older we get, the better we can get, right? Like you may not have the same power as you had golfing, in your 20s as in your 40s or 50s or 60s, but you can get better at like placing the ball. You can get better at knowing which club to use at what time. You can get better at getting out of the sand or reading the putting greens. Just like we can get better at, really understanding our cameras, knowing every little detail about our camera and how it would work, like knowing what the image is going to look like before you even take the picture, knowing how to compose, knowing how to find your own vision, knowing how to start a photo project and follow it through to the end. Like those are things that we can do without buying new gear. So I don't know who needed to hear this today. I am talking to myself. And the crazy part is like this past year after the A6700 I picked up, I realized like I'm good quite literally for the next decade. And I'm just being honest. I think the leaps in camera technology and the leaps in phone camera technology that it used to be like year over year, you're getting these big updates and big leaps and all this stuff. I think we're literally probably like the past 5, even 6 years, we've been at a very steady, like it's plateaued. And yeah, there's gonna be little things here and there. You're gonna be able to put more pixels on a sensor. You're gonna, I'm sure Sony will have 100 megapixel full frame camera in 2, 3 years if they already don't have it developed. But like, do we need it? Again, like for me, 61 megapixels on that one, 40 megapixels on the XT5. Like, as long as it can take a good image, as long as I can, I can do what I need to do with the camera. That's all that should matter. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Like, am I really out on in left field? And it's like, hey, Johnson, I get what you're saying, but gear, I'm not saying we shouldn't buy gear, we shouldn't own gear, any of that stuff. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, the gear we have is probably more than enough for the type of photography we're doing, and there's other things that we can focus on, like our vision and developing our eye, over obsessing and pining over the latest lens or the newest camera body, that kind of stuff. Or do you think, you know what, you may be onto something, and let's talk deeper. I don't know. This is just me rambling and thinking, and again, getting tired of being marketed to all the time. And I'm not knocking any of the creators who do it, because if you get a free camera out of some talking about it, maybe that's not a bad idea. But yeah, it gets annoying. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to read more about what my thoughts on just photography in general, you can head on over to my Discord down below. It is free. I'm not selling you anything, so head on over there, and I would love to hear your comments down below. Thank you as always for watching this, and I will see you next one. Talk to you later. Bye bye.